Are you? Church on Sunday 42. Yeah, are you? Are you? you and me and this church on Sunday 42. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Church on Sunday 42. I'm here today. Talk to you. My church on Sunday 42. Yeah, and well, as I'm always going to say, you gotta watch these videos in succession, because if you don't watch these videos in succession, some of these, you just randomly watch them and it's not going to make sense to you. So it's really not such a big deal, because it's all there. So you can go back to 1 and watch it 2 and 3 and 23, and you know how it goes. You know how to count. Hey, you better school long enough and you know how to count. And, it'd be pretty cool if some little kid that really didn't know how to count that much religion is too. But anyway, because the sooner you do this in your life, as far as, if there was kids watching these videos, the sooner you started doing this, the better you can be. Or not the better you can be as a person. If you only do this, you can only be better. You can only be better if you do this. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. This is not some sort of pride thing or something. And if you don't do this and you don't do that, there's just a lot of great benefits to this. I can't even begin to tell you, but I'm trying to tell you in this videos here for you. And yeah, because like I talked about a little bit in the last video, people that are looking for a deeper meaning, people who are looking for just some sort of meaning, because as we talked about before. People are turning away from religion. I see articles on the internet about, like in Europe, how the Christian churches are closing and a lot of them are becoming Muslim churches and everything like that. And as we all know, the real truth is the fact that there's only one God. And we are all God's children, and we are all one family. And if you think for one stinking darn minute that no, our religion is right and yours is wrong. No, our religion is right and yours is wrong. No, our religion is right and yours wrong, and we got the right book. All of it. I was thinking one day, Kim, for the people that understand, because you got to get to the point. If you belong to some sort of religion and you can't come to the understanding the fact that there's one God, and none of these religions are right out there, okay? Your version isn't the correct one. The only correct thing is the fact that there's one God and we're all created by God, and we're all one family. Now, do we talk different? Do we look different? Do we act different? Do we have different colored skin? Do we have different colored hair? Yeah, of course we do, you ding-a-ling-a-ling. Really. Wake up. Okay? So, I was thinking one day, about, because part of this, and I do give my reverence to Jesus because of the work of the cross, what Jesus did, the example that his life put forth. And Jesus is one of those people out there that his life has been documented more than any other character on this stinking planet. And then this planet doesn't necessarily stink. That's just a figure of speech. Okay? His life has been documented more than, and go ahead and check it. Check it. You want to fact check that? You go fact check that. Okay, you go fact check that and you find that Jesus' life was documented more than any other human being on this planet. And it's the work of the cross that he did. People say, oh, you got to believe in Jesus. Well, you got to believe in Jesus. It's like, okay, well, the thing that you need to believe in or understand, or the knowledge you see, is the work of the cross. It's what Jesus did. It's what he stood for. Because at life's end, what is the message of our life? The message of our life when you let, because I've been to funerals before, and people talk about, people get up at funerals and they talk about people and they say things about, well, John was or whatever. We don't necessarily have to get into that. John's a sin. We don't get into that. You understand? It's the message that their life brought. You know, and then I'm just touching on this for just, there was a time, and I think I'm pretty sure I mentioned one of this in my other videos, is like, I knew, and I was at a level of spiritual growth in my life where it was intense. I mean, really. And so I had a very open spiritual awakening in me that was starting to see things I know in lights that people can't even imagine or even think. Oh no! But when Princess Diana, when she died. Okay, and when she died relatively, I can't remember who was first. Mother Teresa also died at that same time too. You know, at that same time, at that same time too, you know, and I feel I get a little emotional right now because I understand, you know, what God's doing and how powerful he is. And, you know, people tend to look at, oh, well, they died. Isn't that No. It's not negative. I mean, there's a lot of things that are happening in our life that the perception is always negative. But, you know, at that particular time, there was a conscious awareness being brought up in people because of the message that their lives brought. And you know, I'm not going to go into the messages that their life brought, but Princess Diana and Mother Teresa, the message that their lives brought was brought to a consciousness on a global level. I mean, everybody was, you know, I'd have to admit for myself, and I think millions and millions and millions of other people out there that their consciousness got brought into the surface and made them take a look at themselves and their lives about maybe. What's the message that your life is bringing? What are you sowing? What are you doing on this earth or whatever that's contributing? But, you know, obviously that came and went, but back to what we was talking about just a bit ago, and that the fact of Jesus and the message that his life brought and the importance of it and what it did. The perfect sacrifice. His blood, I mean, really for what he did and the pureness of his life and everything else and everything that he did, he had to be sacrificed. I mean, it was the ultimate sacrifice. But it was the accomplishment of the work that he did. And if you're not familiar with that, as I talked about in some of my past videos, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, just read those and then you're going to go, oh wait, but that's Christianity. No, that's Jesus' life, documented, okay? And it happens to be in a Christian book, okay? So, but that doesn't mean that's Christian. No. Because, you know what? There's many religions. I can't remember how many that are mentioned out there of Jesus' life. And there's many religions out there that are not Christianity. They believe in Jesus, okay? So Jesus has existed. Jesus has existed. Yes, he did. 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 And, you know, I think because really, in essence, you know, we need to move towards the truth. And the truth, the fact that there's only one God and that we're all God's children. And all religion has done is just separate us and divide us and make us argue. And, you know, the whole thing, I mean, really, you know, and I think once we come to the realization and the understanding that there's only one God and that we're all God's children and that we're all one family and that we're all connected, okay? I mean, we're all connected. I don't care if you're Chinese, Korean, Russian, Ukrainian, Hawaiian, Native American, Indian. We go, we could be American Indian. There's two of them that are there, you know. I mean, and, you know, or African, whatever. It doesn't matter where you come from. The diversity and the creativity of life that God put forth. I mean, the science wants to think that we evolved from all this. Come on. There's too much intricacy in the total creation of life to think that something went and then we all evolved from it. I mean, come on, really? I don't think so. So, I mean, the point I'm trying to make is, you know, can we just because I know there's a bunch of people out there that think along the same lines as this. There's one God, that we're all God's children. And they knew, can't we just take Jesus and everybody that wants to come over here and believe the same? You know what? That's where we need to go.